يا لغتي عربية حسبي بأنك منطقي وبياني عربية قلبي.
I'd like to debate you today on is Jesus God or not?
At the frying pan into the fire, someone said.
No. Will you accept my invitation to debate here?
It's going to be next. Buddhism.
Why not?
Hinduism,
Why not?
maybe.
Why not?
It's not all about the camera.
Well, why not?
Are you misbehaving again?
I read your blog, I look at your website.
Fantastic. Shall we debate then? Is Jesus God according to the Bible now? Shall we debate that? Yeah? No? Right, he won't. Let's go and talk to Jay. Sir, you've been out here years, haven't you? I'm a Muslim and I'd like to challenge you today. Is Jesus God?
I don't take any challenges from you, you're a liar.
There you are. He won't take any challenges from me. Let's talk to Jay.
You really asked him.
So we're here today to see how many, if any Christian will debate me on is Jesus God. So far, no, he won't debate me. He won't debate me. Jay, will you debate me on is Jesus
My
God?
answer.
You tell me?
I've already answered you.
What's the answer, Jay?
25 years, I've never had a debate on the Trinity. When have I ever had a debate on the Trinity?
Why don't you debate the
It's not a
Trinity?
debatable
Why are you running away, Jay?
Talk about the Manchester
Why won't you
bombing.
defend your faith?
And I want to know why you don't want to talk about the
I
Manchester
do.
bombing.
It's a crime. We condemn it. Now, why won't you defend your faith? Jay, why won't you defend your faith in public? Why won't this man, who's a missionary for the United States, defend his faith in public with me, a Muslim? Why does he run away and attack Muslims all the time? What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen, about this man who refuses to debate his
Are you
faith?
scared about this subject?
Are you scared about the Trinity?
About this subject.
He won't debate it. He won't debate it. Come on.
About the Trinity.
Why?
Today we're going to talk about Manchester.
You never debate the Trinity. He runs away from the truth. Let's go, folks. Let's see who else we can find.
Everybody agrees with you today?
That's right. Do you want to follow him? I'm going around asking Christians, will they debate me on the Trinity, sir? You're a member of J. Smith's. See, they won't debate me on the Trinity. Why are they running away? Let's keep going. Anyway, there's Adnan debating from Lizzie. Lizzie has not agreed to debate me either. She's part of J. Smith's hate group, the hate group that defames. Sir, will you debate me on the Trinity? This man is part of J. Smith's group. Will you debate me on Jesus God? None of them will debate me. Is it my BO? What is it about me? Sir, you're part of J. Smith's ministry team. Will you debate me on the Trinity? Sorry?
Stop grandstanding.
Is that a yes or no?
He doesn't know much.
Why is he running away?
He's an idiot. Oh, hey, grab this guy.
Lizzie, will you debate me on the Trinity today? Let's see if Lizzie will debate me on the Trinity.
No skeletons in our cupboard, and we have taken it all.
Will you debate me on the Trinity now, in front of a camera?
Okay, debate me on whether Muhammad's a prophet. And then I'll debate the Trinity. Is that fair?
Is that yes or no?
Will you debate me if Muhammad's a prophet?
Will you debate me yes or no?
I will do if you debate
No.
me and if Muhammad's a prophet.
Will you debate me on no?
Muhammad is a prophet, yes or no?
The debate is the Trinity.
Both of them.
No. Will you debate the Trinity?
You're wasting my time. Both of
So
them.
he won't debate me on the Trinity. They're all running scared. Let's find another Christian who will debate me on the Trinity. Will anyone debate me on is Jesus God down here? What is there to be afraid of? We need to find Christians. Any Christian who will debate me on is Jesus the Trinity. Let's try this guy. This guy's a well-established preacher. Surely he will debate me on is Jesus God or not. I'm here today to invite Christians to debate with me on is Jesus God? Is there a Trinity? And I'm a Muslim and I'd like to debate you for a public debate. I'd like to debate you in front of a camera.
I'm not a Muslim.
I'm not a Muslim. Okay.
Muslims are free to.
Well, no one debate me on the Trinity today.
Why are you free to talk?
We're at Speaker's Corner and Christians will not debate me. Why is this? Still they're running away. The Christians are running away. Oh, because I'm an apostate from Christianity.
Why Muslims are free to talk about Muhammad? You stay here and we'll talk about Muhammad.
No, I'm asking about...
Is Muhammad a prophet? Because if Muhammad is not a prophet, Islam falls to the ground.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Can we agree that?
Of course.
Can we debate that?
No, we're debating Trinity.
Can we debate? See, why are you afraid to talk about Muhammad?
I'm talking about the Trinity, that's why. Later. Trinity.
Are you going to Trinity, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, so why...
No, don't get in the camera. Follow me.
What do you think about all of these?
You're like the chess.
Where's your feet?
No, I'm going to debate the Trinity.
Why did you talk to me about Muhammad? Why are they free to speak about Muhammad?
We're not afraid.
Okay.
We want to debate the Trinity.
Okay.
That's why I'm here at the moment.
If Muhammad...
No, it's about the Trinity. Muhammad has nothing to do with the Trinity at all. Muhammad rejects the Trinity, as did Jesus, as did Moses. All the prophets of God never knew a Trinity. They never knew a Trinity. That's why I want to debate the Trinity. Because it's unknown to Jesus, unknown to Muhammad, unknown to all the prophets of God. Trying to find a Christian who will debate me on the Trinity. It's not having any luck so far. Oh, you're a Christian. Now this is one of Jay Smith's colleagues. She's one of Jay Smith's disciples, and I'm inviting you. Let's see if I can get her attention. Invite her to debate me today. What's her name again? I forget. Hatun. Hello. Good afternoon, Hatun. I'm inviting you to a public debate now with me about Jesus and the Trinity. I want to invite you to a debate now on is Jesus God and the Trinity. I'm a Muslim, and are you going to have this debate now in front of the camera?
Is that because you are trying to be famous and you are looking people who can make you famous?
Is that a yes or a no?
No, that's the question.
No, I'm asking you, will you debate?
I'm asking you a very simple question.
No, I'm asking you, will you...
Because you are seeking for fame and then you decided to use me?
No, I want to discuss the truth. Are you up to discussing the truth about Jesus now in front of the camera? Was Jesus God? Did he claim to be God? What about the Trinity? Are you up for a debate now, Hatun? Yes or no?
2 minutes, 2 minutes?
Let's have 3 minutes, 3 minutes. So we have Hatun here, ladies and gentlemen, who's one of Jay Smith's disciples. She follows him.
Do not lie. I am disciple of Jesus. Just watch your boundaries, sir. If you are going to lie and make yourself famous, I'm sorry, I am not here for that. I'm not here for that. But
Right.
if you are
I'll start.
seriously,
Okay. Can you keep the time?
If
You
you
got
are
a watch?
seriously want to know, then I am here to discuss.
Right, I've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes each. I'll start as I'm proposing the debate.
3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Are you going to do it, brother? 3 minutes, 3 minutes. So it's me, Paul, and Hatun, who is a associate of Jay Smith, trying to find a more neutral word. And but she certainly is. I've seen her many times with Jay Smith. So, are you ready? Are you ready for 3 minutes? Right. So,
walking away when you start doing assaults. Just be bad.
sorry, I didn't understand a word of that.
You don't understand my English.
My English is very poor. I'm sorry.
That means I don't think I can.
No, it's too loud here. He couldn't understand you in that way.
She's running away. Another Christian who's running away from the challenge to debate Jesus and God. Running away. Why is every Christian running away from me?
Let's discuss.
Right, I'll start off for 3 minutes.
Let's talk about the origin of the Quran.
Right, let's talk about this now. I've got 3 minutes. I've got 3 minutes. You've got 3 minutes. Are you ready? Right. Okay, let's start now. I'm going to begin now. I've got 3 minutes. Ready, start. Right. In the earliest Gospels, we see Jesus as a very human being. He prays to God. He says on the cross, according to Mark, to God, my God, why have you abandoned me? He says in Mark 10 to a man, brother, a man comes to Jesus in Mark chapter 10 and says, good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? Jesus says, why do you call me good? There is no one good but God alone. These are one of many examples where in the earliest Jesus tradition, Jesus is not Yahweh. He's clearly a human being who prays to God, who feels abandoned by God, who prays to God, and who worships God. There is no way on heaven and earth that this man is Yahweh. He is not the man...
It's done. 3 minutes. No, it's not done.
Excuse me, you're not the moderator here.
It's done, yes?
You're not the moderator. Now, I haven't finished. I haven't finished. Now, let me give you another piece of evidence. You're recording this. How long have I got?
2 minutes more.
You say I was boring. I'm sorry, I'm not here to entertain you. Right, after Jesus ascended into heaven, and Peter, and after Pentecost, Peter appeared to Israel, and he told them who Jesus was. And this is in Acts. Brother, I'm trying to... If you're not interested, go away. If you're not interested.
You're telling me to go away?
If you're just talking, yes.
Speaker's corner?
Yeah.
And have you got a license to be here?
No, I don't.
You don't tell me to go away.
I don't have a license to speak here. Right, continue. I'll continue.
I will stay here as long
You're
as
interrupting.
And for that, I'll interrupt more. Right. Tell me to go away. You don't tell me to go away.
You're interrupting. Right, let me finish. Let me finish. I just did.
Yeah, well,
I just did. Right, to continue. We're having a debate here. You're interrupting.
Just speed it up. You can speed it up. You have to speed it up. He's taking.
As I was saying,
You've got 60 seconds.
Is this the support you bring?
60 seconds.
right. Let me finish. No, we're not talking about that.
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
I guess we're going to talk
Well, you can talk about all you like, mate. Right.
Surah 681.
Right, okay, so let me continue. What did the Apostle Peter say Jesus was after the ascension into heaven, after the day of Pentecost, when Peter was going out into the world, according to the book of Acts, to preach the gospel? Who did Peter, according to the book of Acts in the New Testament, say Jesus was? I happen to agree with what Peter says. He said this, check it out for yourself. Acts chapter 2, verse 22 and verse 23. Peter said this, "Hear, O Israel, Jesus was a man attested by God, through whom God did signs and wonders amongst you, as you yourselves know." Now this is announcing to Israel who Jesus is. He is a man attested by God. Notice, God is a separate being. He is distinct and different from Jesus. Jesus was a man attested by God. This is exactly, this is, I've got some more. I've got some more. I've got some more. Because you interrupted, you two interrupted. I haven't finished. I haven't finished. No, but you interrupted. It's not fair. You don't care. Fair play. Fair play. Fair play.
It's my turn now. So, here's the thing.
Okay. All right, okay. Even though they interrupted for half the time, I'll let them carry on.
Yoga.
So, it is amazing. 22 teenage people
Acts 2:22.
in Manchester on Monday. Muslim comes to Speaker's Corner to discuss if there is a Trinitarian God or not. Isn't that amazing? You should be on the ladder, condemn the teachings of Muhammad, condemn the teachings of the Quran, and condemn those Muslims who go out and kill those children. That is just disgraceful, because you got nothing else to defend. Of course you will come and attack the Christian God. So, let's discuss that. But I would love to hear what you are going to say those innocent 22 people. Reason they've been killed because they did not.
What's this got to do with the Trinity? What has this got to do with the subject? Nothing to do with the subject at all. Nothing.
Nothing to do. Because Muslims have nothing to defend. So they are going to attack the Christian scripture. Very verse you told me that Peter denies Jesus is God tells me Islam is false religion. Tells me Muhammad is a false prophet. Let me read it. Just following verses which you fail to read it. And it is disgraceful. As an ex-Christian, you didn't even bother to put it.
No, just quite very good.
So, but he was a prophet and knew that God has promised him in an oath that he would place on his descendant on the throne, his throne. Who is throne? Throne of Jesus. Throne of Jesus. Which discredits Islam which tells us Islam is a false religion. Because according to Islam, Jesus doesn't have the throne. Seeing what was heard, that spoke the resurrection of Christ. According to Islam, Jesus did not even die. So are you using Book of Acts, sayings of Peter, to tell me Muhammad is a false prophet, Quran is a false, and Islam is false religion? Well done. I think that is the place we are agreeing. Let me tell you why I believe Jesus is God. Let me tell you.
Where's our timekeeper gone?
I look at the Quran. I look at the Bible, and
Where's
then
our
I
timekeeper
see
gone?
Jesus is identified as Yahweh. Holy Spirit is identified Yahweh. And then I look at the Quran. Quran Surah 27 confirms that God can come to earth. Surah 3 and Surah 5
Do you know how much time is left?
confirms that.
30 seconds.
Quran confirms that. Very different.
Well, how much time is left? Because my timekeeper has disappeared.
Well, that's what Muslims does.
Yeah, you know to be racist.
So,
10 seconds.
Quran chapter 3 verse 5 confirms that Jesus creates exactly the way God creates. Can you explain it to me? How can Jesus start?
Your time is up. Right, coming back to the passage she completely ignored. One is from the lips of Jesus himself, another is from the early church. And what did both of those say who Jesus was? I'll read the passage again in the earliest Gospel of Mark. As he was setting out on a journey, a man ran up and knelt before him, that's Jesus, and asked him, "Good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And Jesus said to him, "Why do you call me good? There's no one good but God alone." You see, Jesus was a humble Jew. He knew that goodness in the pure sense was an attribute of God, as all Muslims believe this. He would never say as a humble prophet of God that he was good, that he was wise. No, he was a humble man. Now, in the early church, after Jesus ascended into heaven, what was the opening speech that Peter gave to all of Israel? So Peter knew then the truth about Jesus. Jesus had been with him for 3 years, and this is what Peter, the head of the apostles, says is the nature of Jesus. And I, as a Muslim, endorse this completely, although other people here would reject it. Peter says this in verse 22, chapter 2 of Acts of the Apostles. "You that are Israelites, listen to what I have to say, says the Prince of the Apostles. Jesus of Nazareth was a man attested to you by God with deeds of power, wonders and signs that God did through him among you, as you yourselves know." And he goes on about how this man was handed over and so on. Clearly, Peter believes Jesus was just a man, a great man, the Messiah, a prophet of God, but a man nonetheless. If Peter had believed what Christians today believed, he would have said Jesus was God incarnate, the second person of the Trinity, the Son of God. But he never says that. He says Jesus was just a man. So Christians today are heretics when they claim, contrary to the teaching of Jesus and contrary to the teaching of Peter, that he is God. How long have I got? Right. And another passage, in fact, in many passages in the Bible, we see Jesus humbling himself and praying to God. Clearly, he's not God. We see him on the cross saying to God, my God, why have you abandoned me?" Yahweh wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say to God, "Why?" Yahweh wouldn't say to that. There is only one God, not two. God is not split into two, with one God in heaven, another God dying on a cross. God cannot die. It says in 1 Timothy 6, God is immortal. God does not die. At the end of Jesus' ministry, he said to his disciples, "I am returning to your Father, my Father, your God, and my God." Jesus said he had a God. And let me tell you, Jesus says the greatest commandment is this: "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." There's only one Lord, not three. Christians believe in three Lords. We Muslims and Jesus believe in one.
Hold on. Excuse me.
Hold on. Sir?
Time start?
Here's the thing.
No.
What happened to the two kids who were killed in Manchester? Why did you fail to condemn that? Why did you
It's not the subject under discussion. It's not the subject. I have nothing to do with terrorism.
It's my turn, sir.
You're violating the terms of the debate.
It's my turn, sir. Just don't be child. So, tell me what you are going to do with this Peter. It is amazing that you are bringing verses from the Bible telling me Jesus cannot be God.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Why Jesus is not God? Because he eats food. That is the stupid explanation Quran gives. I am amazed. As a Muslim in 2017, you know much better than Allah. You know much better than Muhammad and the Quran.
Nothing to do with Muhammad. This is the Trinity.
What you are going to do? Peter says, "And you will receive It is the same Peter. It is the same Peter actually tells us Jesus is identified as God. And it is the same passage, Acts chapter 2. This claims that Islam actually confirms that Islam is a false religion and Muhammad is a false prophet. Can you just explain it to me? But you fail to respond very strict. What are you going to do with Surah 3 verse 49? What are you going to do with Surah 5 verse 110? Which tells
debating the Trinity,
Jesus
but she's
is
desperate to bring in the Quran. So.
Which is the attributes only God has given to the Isa. Just explain it to me. What is happening in Surah 3?
How much
verse
time?
49,
Who's keeping hold of the time, please?
Verse 510.
Thank you.
I would love you to explain that to me. And also, I would love you to explain it to me. What does Quran teach about Trinity?
There's nothing to do with the Quran.
I love to know what does Quran teach about Trinity. Quran tells us Muhammad's sexual life. Quran tells us how Muhammad
Sexual. Why are you talking about sex? This woman's obsessed. Obsessed with sex.
What does Quran teach?
Why are you talking about sex?
What you're wondering, it's my turn, sir. Just
You should address the subject.
Listen to the question and answer them.
Do address my points. Address my points.
I have answered your point.
No, you haven't.
You're such a liar. So,
Have we got an umbrella?
Let's ask.
How long? How long? Time.
30 seconds, 28 seconds.
Surah 3 verse 49. Surah 5 verse 9.
This has nothing to do with the Quran. Nothing to do with the Quran.
Correct attributes of Allah is exactly what Jesus says. And study Quran actually confirms that. So I would
How long?
like you to tell me
10 seconds.
what does Islam
Give a countdown.
teach
Can you give a
about
countdown?
Trinity? And I would love to answer my
5 seconds.
questions regarding the Surah 3 and Surah 5 please.
1, time is up.
Thank you. You see how desperate the Christians are? They won't defend their own religion. They just attack the Quran. They talk about Muhammad. They talk about sex. They talk about the Quran endlessly because they have no defense for their own religion. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. I really am. Now, coming back to the Bible, which is what I want to talk about, this is a debate about the Trinity, not about Islam, although she loves to trash Islam. This is what the Apostle Paul said, who Jesus was in his own time.
Sir, just answer my
No,
question.
I haven't finished.
Of course you haven't finished. You just respond to my
I haven't
question.
finished. I'm still
Respond to my
talking.
question.
You are interrupting.
Respond to
So
my
you should interrupt.
question. Respond to my question.
This time.
Respond to
Right,
my question.
as I was saying, this is what Paul says, who Jesus was. I want you to understand, says Paul. I want you to understand, says Paul, that Christ is the head of every man.
Of course, continue to read it.
And the head and the husband
Chapter 11.
and the husband is the head of his wife.
Yes, continue.
And God is the head of Christ.
Continue.
God is the head of Christ. It does not say that there is a Trinity or that Jesus is the second person of the divine Trinity or Jesus is God. The head of Christ is God himself. And you agree with that? You are no longer a Trinitarian. I consider I have won the argument. Thank you very much. It's raining. It's raining. I'm going over here.
Hold on a minute.
يا لغتي عربية حسبي بأنك منطقي وبياني عربية قلبي